Hey guys, welcome to the Wild Side and happy Father's Day weekend. This week, we thought we'd do something different. We're going to count down the top 3 animal fathers out there on planet Earth. Well, number 4, I guess, should be added to this list. It's my dad. Happy Father's Day, Dad. So, let's take a walk on the wild side of some awesome animal dads. Coming in at number 3 on our awesome animal dad list is the African bullfrog. Now, males and females will fertilize the eggs at the surface of the water, but as those eggs hit the water, up to 4,000 eggs by the way, the male will then defend those eggs until they hatch into tadpoles, and will stay in that vicinity for up to 3 weeks. That's the time it takes for those little bullfrogs to go from tadpoles to sub-adult African bullfrogs. He will defend all of his eggs from any kind of predator, whether it be bird or anything else coming and messing with those little babies. He'll fight off other males as well. You see, other frogs would love to eat a tadpole or a young frog as a snack. Now, as those babies mature, they end up eating each other or invertebrates or small fish. But let's say the water in the African bullfrog's habitat dries up in that hot African sun. Well, this is what makes them amazing parents. They will dig a trench for their offspring to go from that shrinking body of water to the next largest body of water. They actually create a highway of survival for their tadpoles. Now, you can check out a full episode about the African bullfrog that we did a few months ago by clicking the link right here and watching an episode of The Wild Side from earlier in the year where we partnered with Once in a While. But for those reasons, the African bullfrog comes in at number 3 on our list. Coming in at number 2 on our awesome animal dads list, or should I say waddling in, is the penguin. Now, 18 different species of penguin inhabit planet Earth, and both parents usually help to raise the chicks. But in some extreme cases, the males end up doing a lot of work helping to rear those chicks that some of the other birds around the planet wouldn't be doing. For instance, the emperor penguin is world-renowned and well-known for solely being responsible for incubating the penguin egg. But in this case, the king penguin will transfer its egg from female to male, very carefully though, because if the egg were to touch the snow or the ice, it could get so cold it could kill the chick inside. Once the egg gets on top of the king penguin's feet, they cover that egg with what's called a brood patch. That's a fleshy part of the feathers under the fat of the penguin's belly, and they kind of set the egg on top of their feet and in that brood patch, that pocket, to help to incubate the eggs. Now, mom will go marching out to go find food, and she can be gone anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks fishing. And then when she comes back, she'll switch with dad. He'll go out, he'll come back. They'll go take turns until the egg hatches, which can be upwards of 60 to 90 days, depending on the species. Now, in the king penguin's case, once the egg hatches and they're taking turns fishing, then they regurgitate, throw the food, the undigested fish, back up into the chick's mouth, helping them to create their fat layer that's so important to this cold-weathered marine bird. Now, the chicks are born very helpless, with down feathers to help them stay warm, but they still need mom and dad to incubate. But dad, he does an amazing job caring for those birds while mom is away. Now, penguins are amazing animal fathers, and we hope to be showing you very soon an episode all about these fantastic marine birds right here on the Wild Side. That brings us to number 1 on the awesome animal dads list. And for that, we have to go deep underwater to the seahorse. This is an amazing animal, and this father really goes above and beyond. You see, the female seahorse, the mother, helps to create the eggs. She creates the eggs inside of her body, but then she transfers all the unfertilized eggs to the male. Now, inside of his pouch, where he receives the eggs become fertilized. Now, inside of the pouch, they get all the food they need. They get all the oxygen they need until they hatch out of their eggs. Now, there can be 5 or 2,000, anywhere between that number of babies, depending on the species of seahorse. Now, once those babies hatch out, which can take anywhere from 14 days to a full month to happen, once those babies are born and hatch out of their eggs and kind of exit dad's pouch, once they're out, they're on their own. The babies are called fry, and mom and dad have no care in the world after they're out looking for their own food. But it's dad that goes that extra mile, keeping the babies safe as they develop and taking the hit as he has all of these babies, again, up to 2,000 depending on the species, living in his pouch. That's what makes the seahorse the ultimate animal dad. Thank you everyone for tuning into the Wild Side this Father's Day weekend. We hope you stay safe and have fun with your family and friends. Until next week, everyone, don't forget to share our channel with all of your family and friends. And please, if you could, hit subscribe right here on YouTube. And let's continue to add to our Wild Side tribe each and every week. As always, folks, remember, conservation rules, stay wild, and we'll see you next week where we highlight yet another of your favorite species. Until then, bye, everybody, and happy Father's Day, Dad.